You are now tuned into the SoCHiology podcast. SoCHiology is a lifestyle brand that analyzes Chicago culture and connected topics abroad, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The largest food festival in the world and the largest and longest running African American parade in the world both reside in Chicago. The Taste of Chicago started July 4th, 1980, and the Bud Billiken Parade started August 10th, 1929. They're both Chicago summer staples. One marks the beginning of the summer, the other marks the end of the summer. This week on SoCHiology, we're going to talk about both. All right, so y'all remember when the Taste used to be like a whole fucking 2-week event? Y'all remember that? Or are y'all too young for that? Okay.
I was just thinking that.
Like, it was like a whole event. Like, they had Ferris wheels in that mug. You know what I'm saying? Merry-go-rounds and shit. They had a whole little map. Y'all remember that era?
It was the highlight of the whole summer. Everybody knew we was gonna go to the Taste, and it was gonna be a whole thing. Like, you and your crew, y'all had y'all dates set. Then we can't even get talking about that until we give shout out to the good old Dominic's Jewel that used to sell the tickets.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Used to sell them tickets in that van. Dominic used to have that big old stand with the cherries.
Dominic's.
Oh, Shuddy. Them ain't around no more. I used to be irritated because I used to walk to them motherfuckers to get groceries. Like, all right, man, I'm about to walk. Some motherfucker had a car. Motherfucker was in shape as hell, walking with the groceries, strong as hell. You feel me? Or I go in there with my grandma and shit. My grandma be taking all day and shit.
Child labor.
You feel me? We about to go grocery shopping. I come out with 10,000 bags. Fuck you talking about? That's how I got swole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how he got his tickets to the Taste.
That's how you got the tickets to the Taste too?
I think I bought them there.
Okay. At the Taste.
I was on some late shit, on some, you feel me, late registration shit.
Right.
You feel me? Shout out, Yay. You feel me? I was on some late registration shit. So when I got there, I bought my shit. I was like, man, I'm about my shit. When I get there, fuck it, shorty. We out here. We got too many niggas with us anyway. So, like, we'll go that deep, like, at least about 15, 20.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. So, like, yeah, go into that. Like, how deep did y'all used to roll to the Taste? You can chime in, too, after him, Erica. But, like, how deep did y'all used to roll up? Because, like, it was like a whole fucking fashion show of cliques back then. So,
it transitioned from being, like, okay, bam. Like, I used to go with my mama and them. You feel me? Because, like, at that point,
whole picnic.
You feel me? It was just like, all right, mama, y'all want to go to the Taste? And we like, all right, yeah, mama, we want to go to the Taste. And we'll go to the Taste and shit, and it'll be busting. You feel me? It just be like, all right, we here with mama. All right, bam. But when I got older, it's like, all right, man, fuck all that bullshit. I'm not going with mama because she gonna crowd my, you feel me? I'm trying to get a few numbers. I'm trying to go to, you feel me? Invite them to the juke parties I be throwing, get some jukes. You feel me? So like,
you was recruiting.
You feel I was recruiting, so I'm like, man, at the while, you know, me and my mom and them, we used to have fun. You know, we'll bring our little chairs, we'll, you know, do our little thing, we'll go see whatever we see, and then we'll pull a car up and then just sit outside the car. The minivan, she had the blue Ford Windstar. We'll sit outside the minivan and the chairs and just, you know, do our thing. You feel? And then it got to the point when motherfucker got old, I'm like, man, I'm about to go with my guys. Fuck it. And all us was just them niggas. Like, we walk in a party, we got our spray painted t-shirts on, we got our white tees on, our fresh tank top, and we were walking a party and we dancing with them. You feel me? We was footworking, dancing, doing all the shit. So we had going to party, do our little thing. But like, it got to a point where I took all them guys and we all got together. And I was the guy that just kind of used to bring motherfuckers together. So I get all my guys from like different areas and shit like that.
So you was the glue. You was like DJ Khaled. Okay.
I was the glue, you feel me?
Okay.
So I get all of them together, bam. We'll get together, we'll go to the Taste. Bam, we at the Taste. Oh, I ain't never seen nobody like that before. What's it? Get her number so she comes to the pod. Boom, get her number so she comes to the pod. And I just be delegating shit like, boom, get her number, get her number, get her number. All right, bam, I get her number, I get her number. And then we'll just spread out and we'll get numbers.
Spread out.
Numbers y'all got, all right, we got these numbers, all right, bam. We gonna have a party, we gonna invite all these motherfuckers, we gonna do a thing. And that's how we start growing our shit. But then, like, we used to go to it used to be busting. Like, we'd go and we'd get everybody's numbers and we'd invite everybody to the parties and do our things and just really bring the city together based off that. And that shit was amazing. You feel me? Like, that shit was dope as hell.
So when y'all rolled up to the Taste deep, strategizing, saying covering ground, trying to monopolize, the numbers for the juke parties and all of that. Did y'all actually eat anything at the Taste? Because I feel like once you transition from the whole family aspect, you don't really be eating at the Taste like that.
You don't. You don't.
How about that?
We're gonna get to the woman point of view. So let's transition to the woman point of view. So when is the earliest moment you remember going to the Taste, Erica?
So my experience with the Taste of Chicago is, I feel like it's
the whole name. You said the whole name. The Taste of
Chicago.
Sorry.
It just sounds so completely different than Will experience because I had two aunts who worked at Columbia College. Okay. And Columbia College, the office that they worked at is literally across the street from Grant Park. So we used to wake up in the morning, me and my sisters and my cousins will get dressed, go to work with my auntie, and we like sitting at the window waiting for this shit to open. Like we could see people walking in there, but it's like, I remember like pacing, we would be in there so fucking bored, but I remember like waiting to see like crowds and then for my auntie to give us the go. And to be 9, 10, I mean, I feel like kids these days can't even do that because you don't know if your kid gonna get kidnapped. Yeah, I don't know, all type of shit, right? We as soon as she gave us the go, it was curtain. She gave us our little money. Well, she mostly had the tickets already because, like I said, my family's close to Dominics with the S. But
Dominics, rest in peace to Dominics. You know what I'm saying? And Jordan dunked on them too after they went bankrupt. That's a whole nother story. Let's continue.
But yeah, so my family used to go get the roll of tickets or whatever, and we would try everything in there. And I feel like we always started at that Dominic's booth to get them damn cherries for whatever reason. And we would just be all through the Taste, like all day. Food, barbecue, them big ass turkey legs. I think that was the first time I ever even seen turkey legs that big in my life.
Oh God, I was gonna say that when you asked me turkey leg.
Right?
Like,
them motherfuckers. Now, look, everybody talk about turkey leg hut now. Hey, them motherfuckers at the Taste.
I don't know about the Taste.
Man, them motherfucker was dinosaur legs.
They was bigger than me.
You learned that to make that the last thing. If you was gonna get it, make it the last thing because it was so damn big, you never finished it. It took up the rest of your day. And then it was like a backside of the Taste that had like all the water slides and like fun, like games and stuff. Like I just feel like what they get now is nothing compared to what we had as a kid. We used to be out there all day, and we ain't have phones, right? So she like, y'all got to be back at this time. So we had to catch the bus back to the south side. That's how we was going home, So it was like we knew to take our ass back across the street by 5, but we was begging to come back the next day. That was my experience of the Taste.
And it was like 2 weeks long. You know what I'm saying?
It was 2 weeks. So I remember in high school catching from freaking Markham, catching the metro to the south side, and catching the red line, finish us off downtown, get off, and we was down there. It was it. But we made it a whole day, of course, to Navy Pier and all that. That's another story. But going to the Taste then, it was to walk around and be cool. You mad because somebody stepped on your shoes or you stepped on the damn cherries with your fresh white ones on. You're like, shit, the cherries.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, you was in the grass for too long, got grass stains on it.
Like, right, because you want to have fun, but shit.
Or you wasted something on them that you was eating. Like, we used to go and get the Robinson rib. Robinson ribs is down there too. And we like, oh shit, like that was back in the day when Robinson ribs was that thing. You feel me? Like we like Robinson ribs down here. Okay, we can get a little thing of Robinson ribs if we don't want to try nothing else really. Like we get some Robinson rib, boom. We had the Robinson ribs, get walking around with that, but we have to try to eat it without getting a barbecue on our white tees because that's when you was wearing.
That's a struggle.
And you feel me, like all that shit, you ain't want to get the sauce on your tall teeth because that'll just fuck your whole game up when you trying to spit. When you trying to, hey baby, how you doing? Oh, you got.
You don't remember the Taste as a kid. He is so embedded into this high school life.
I was in
these girls.
when I was in that when we was in that realm, that's the most that like that's the biggest thing I remember because we was acting like we was grown, like we was out there really.
Y'all was acting like y'all was
doing
grown.
our thing, like you ain't want to get or if you got a Slurpee or a drink or something like that or icy or something
Slurpee.
like that, you ain't want to get that on want to get that on your ones.
You had to be safe.
Your shorts on
you
you know
safe.
what I'm saying. You had on your South Pole, your Jabot. You had on your Rockaware, you had on, you know what I'm saying, all the different stuff, Fat from
all of it.
You feel me? You had all the LIG, you had all that on, and you ain't want to get no stain because you would look dirty. And what you used to remember in your mental state was that when you was on the block, when you was outside, the parents used to look at kids and be like, I don't want you hanging out with them because they dirty.
Because they dirty.
You'll be looking like you'll be looking like I don't want to look like a dirty kid. I want to look like I'm fresh.
Especially when all of Chicago in one place.
You feel me? You want to go and walk up to somebody and be like, woo woo, and they ain't got no doubts about you other than they don't like your face. And rejection was nothing to you because at the end of the day, when you go and you holler at about 20, 30 motherfuckers in one day, you like, I'm going to get rejected by a few of them motherfuckers because that made our generation really, really like just kind of strong in that. And that
it wasn't no DMs.
No, it wasn't no DMs.
It was face to face.
Face to face. You had to really have that game on point for you to be able to talk off cuff. You could not, I can't take time to text you. I had that black Motorola with the battery pack in the front. You can't take time really to like you, and I think probably them phones is the ones that started the texting, but like even then, like you weren't texting, like you can't like text like that. That ain't what you doing. Yeah. You know, you meeting people face to face and you got that game off the top of your head type, you know.
The taste, I feel like it was so packed that even if you wanted to talk to somebody, it was not that type of environment. It was like our friend group's probably gonna follow each other and talk, you know what I'm saying, or kick it, but it wasn't like something where you could just sit there and like really J down on somebody like, yeah, let's get to know each other. It was just too much going on.
But we didn't really J down, like it wasn't too thorough like that back in the day anyway. It was just like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Woo. If she liked you, and y'all would like just kind of kicking and, you know, not even really get to know each other like we do as adults, because we ask different questions as adults because you get tired of certain shit. So you ask,
what's her credit score?
You feel me? Like all that shit. So we're like
the FICO one, the real one.
The FICO, you feel me? Like you, and it's like you do that as an adult, but as kids, you wasn't really worried about that. You was worried about like, okay, who you like music wise? You know what I'm saying? You
right.
Like that.
You heard
what
that
type of? You feel me? What type of snow cone you like? What type of chips you get from the store? Like, you feel me? Shit like that. You like to be out. Can you actually like talk to me for more than 2 seconds before I get annoyed with you? Like, true. let's actually, you know, bond on some we could just kick it type shit. And that's what that shit was about. And we'll bond with other groups or bond with different individuals and bring them in, and then it'll just be that. But then, like, it went from doing that to a totally different thing once they start doing like the taste on like the July 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, that was the ending.
That was
the
so
ending.
Whack. That was the end. They started reducing the length because they said it was because of violence and all that.
Which is it started to get bad because I had an internship at ep.27 like summer 08. It was summer 08, and I remember one time I got off work from my internship and I actually went to the taste. It was the 3rd. It was July 3rd. It ended on July 4th. Mm-hmm. And
so whack.
Bruh, like it was so many people like just running. You know what I'm saying? Because it was somebody had got shot that night. It was just so many people running. I had just got to the taste. I had been there for like maybe all of 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then people
I feel like
it was like
reducing the days is not going to stop violence. It's just going to change the day that they're gonna do it. Like that's like the fuck, like that ain't gonna change nothing.
Yeah, they started gradually shortening because, like I said, I remember like when I was a kid, you know, back when we was growing up in the early 90s, you know, like we said, it was like a 2-week whole event attraction, Ferris wheels, water slides, all that. They had the whole map. whole 9 yards, right? And then
Yep.
like the older we got, the more they shortened it. Cause I remember like even before that, it went from like 2 weeks to like maybe a week. You know what I'm saying? Like around the high school years, it went to like a week. You know what I'm saying? And then like it was like just 4 days. And now it's like shit, is that shit non-existent? Like they had like a little miniature thing this year because of COVID. But
In
even
different
before
neighborhoods.
that, even before that, people really wasn't even checking for the taste like that. People ain't been checking for the taste in the past decade. I'ma just be real. Like,
But
Well,
I'm
if
gonna
we're
tell
gonna
you
be
this.
real about it, it was really the taste. People stopped going, and I hate to say this because it's gonna be like it's gonna sound so bad, but when that salmonella broke out, I think it was like 2008 ish. That's what really I feel like that's what really changed people's perspective of the taste
mm-hmm.
because that was a big deal. Like a few people actually went to the hospital because of that.
Yeah, you could be right. You could be right. Cause like I know a lot of places, people got scared of a lot of things back then, like Chipotle. You know what I'm saying? People stopped really messing with Chipotle, because of that. I think Subway took some hits. Yeah. So you could be right about that. The thing with the taste, like it's just like now, it's just like okay, whatever. Ain't nobody really checking for it. You feel me? But you know
But
what's
dig this
crazy?
though. It
What
ain't
up?
even like so okay. So let me kind of I'm gonna get because I know you want to take this somewhere. So let me get this in before you take it somewhere. So like around that 2008 2009 vibe, right? I think it was like 2009 we had went and literally they was doing the fireworks at the same time as the taste. So you could be down there and then they would at a certain time they would do the fireworks as the taste was going on as well, right?
Right.
And we was in the crowd
You
deep
get a
as
2-for-1.
fuck. But that was bad because you know what happens when fireworks happen.
Right.
Niggas start shooting.
Start shooting, yeah.
So we in the crowd, deep as fuck, in a big ass, dense ass crowd. And as soon as them fireworks went out, I saw a motherfucker literally reach for their gun and they start shooting in the crowd. When I say it was a stampede around, it was a stampede.
Yeah.
Everybody started running, including us. We looking because it's families that got their kids. They sitting on the ground, on the grass, trying to watch the fireworks, getting trampled
That's fucked
by
up.
people.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's
they
fucked
shut
up.
down the trains. So I think it was either the blue line. I think it was the blue line that they shut down. So they shut the blue line down, and then we could not take the blue line. So we had to literally, like the Warriors, because we had our liquor and water bottles because we was underage. So we had our liquor and water bottles. We drinking that shit. We all drunk as hell. It's a lot of guys with us. It's a lot of females with us. We all like literally got to put the females on our backs because they was all super drunk. So we like shit. We gotta carry y'all with us because we ain't gonna leave y'all.
Wait, so y'all walked to the west side?
We took the train from the west side to downtown, which ain't shit but about 15 to 20 minutes.
Right, okay.
So
I misunderstood. My apologies.
Nah, we took the
You said we
train.
out there like the Warriors. I'm like,
got serious.
Like the Warriors, bro. Like we had to make it to we tried to make it to I think it was the blue line that they shut. It was either the blue or the green that they shut down. The either order we had to walk to.
Right.
But we had girls on our backs. I had one of them on my back. She threw up on my back all over my white tee. So I got to throw up all of my
white your white
real
tee.
personal.
And it's like it's crazy because it's like all of us we got them on our backs and shit like that. We trying to get them to the crib. We finally get to the train that the other train, because the first train they shut down the line because somebody got shot on it. So we got to the other train and we got on the platform. We get on the train. We on the train. Doors about to close. They shoot somebody on that platform.
Wow.
Now we like, damn, we sitting there. My guy is like in total freeze. He frozen because they shot the person right in front of the door that he was at. So he frozen. And I'm like, what the fuck is you looking at? They just shot somebody right. Boom, they closed the doors. They let the train go. We like, oh, hell no. Not that we had to literally carry these motherfuckers. We had to dodge shots, carry motherfuckers on our shoulders, get to another train that we didn't think we was going to have to walk all the way to. So we walking hella far with these motherfuckers on our backs to get to the train, to get back out west and make it back to the crib, Joe.
Sound like y'all was in a war zone. How old was
It
y'all?
You
literally
hear me?
was that.
What are we talking about? We ain't even talking about the taste no more.
It literally was that.
The
That's what we
episode of
talking
the
about.
Shy.
No, we talking about the taste. Like that literally all happened at the taste.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's I stopped going for years.
And how old was you?
That was around the 2009 era.
That's when it started to get real rowdy. Yeah,
right.
That's when it started to get real rowdy.
You know, that was like, okay, bam, I'm never going to the taste again. And then, like, I say probably 2 to 3 years ago. Because I know it wasn't last year because last year was a pandemic, but it was the year before last year. So that was 2019. So we had went to the taste because one of my guys was performing at the taste, and we had went to the taste to support him and shit like that. So shout out John the author, you know what I'm saying, my guy. So I'm like, okay, he was performing. We went to support him, and like me and my peoples that was there. We was militant as fuck, but we still had a good ass time, like going to the taste because wasn't nobody shooting or nothing like that. It was just like a smaller taste than what we used to.
Yeah, yep.
But
it started getting smaller and smaller.
And then it was less days and all that. And we really just went, people watched, got our little drinks, walked around, and was just cool. Like it was just good times. Like we stayed out late as hell. It was just good times. We was out there laughing the whole fucking time. It was just a genuine ass good time.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be, man. Like, you know, that's what it was created for. You feel me? It was created for, you know, a good time with family, friends, and just, you know, enjoying yourself. And then it just morphed into something else along the way. And like now it's just, you know, it's a whole something different. Like, I got a question for you, Erica. Did you ever have a dude give you some of his tickets in order to get your number?
No, I don't remember being at the Taste of Chicago as a young adult or as a teenager. Really, I remember being there as a kid every single year. I don't really have a recollection of being there as an adult or like old enough to even be talking to guys.
It's interesting because y'all memories are contrasted. So Will is heavy on the young adult years, you know what I'm saying? And you heavy on the young kid family. Yeah, because y'all was waiting at the door, waiting for that motherfucker.
Right, we was thirsty to get up in there and run down to the Buckingham Fountain to play in the water and come back over. Like that's what we was doing.
Buckingham Fountain.
Buckingham.
But no, like, hey, so you know, I was downtown this past weekend. I wasn't at Lollapalooza. Let me make that very clear. I was not at Lollapalooza. That's not why I was downtown.
You heard Auntie Lori. She said 80% of participants were vaccinated.
I keep that mask
Fuck out of here.
I keep that mask on. So look, anyway, I was downtown during Lollapalooza, and it was so many people, and it reminded me of the taste, though. Like no, like for real, it reminded me of the taste because when the taste was the taste, it was packed downtown. You know what I'm saying? It was packed. And that's what Lollapalooza reminded me of. I'm like, dang, like I remember when they used to shut down streets. You know what I'm saying? The trains used to be packed. I'm talking about CTA, Metro, all of that used to just be packed. Like if you tried to drive downtown during the taste, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody was catching the bus or the train.
Yeah.
I remember, I feel like every single pizza parlor in Chicago was at the table. It was like the battle of the pizza, really. Like you east side pizza, you west side pizza, you got deep dish pizza, you got this type of pizza, and they will all be around the same area. And I remember me and my cousins putting our tickets together to get a slice from each pizza place and compare the pizza. And then we decided, like, all right, we only gonna eat this pizza this year.
See, we fucked with the pizza, but we also was rocking with the ribs. We was looking for the best barbecue.
Yeah, you love them ribs because you got real excited when you talk about Robinson.
Oh yeah, Robinson's used to be crazy because you pay what you pay for the bucket of rib tips. You feel me? And you feed the whole family off that. So we're like,
hey, how many tickets did that cost?
I don't remember. I just remember us getting like a certain amount of tickets, and then it just was what it was. But them tickets was expensive.
Well, you know, all the tickets, because everything was like 3 tickets, but you getting like a bite size.
Yeah, just like a little sample. You use basically.
Yeah, you will get like 10 tickets for like $7 or some shit like that. And
Mm-hmm.
it was like 3 tickets per whatever you was about to get for the most part.
Right,
I
and you wasn't
remember.
trying to spend over that. You was just like, all right, we're gonna get these
The mom's
10
only gave me
tickets.
Hey, them,
$1.
them funnel cakes was expensive though. Them funnel cakes was like 10 tickets and shit.
See,
Yeah,
I
funnel
ain't even
cakes.
eat
But they were
sweets.
big. They was the biggest thing that was out there. Shit.
I wasn't eating them
Funnel
funnel
cakes and
cakes.
turkey legs, yeah.
Them
Yeah,
turkey
yeah, but-
legs, I was slamming. I wasn't eating them funnel cake. I wasn't rocking with that sweet. I just at one point in my life, I just left the sweet stuff alone.
Okay,
so I
grown
wasn't
man
really
shit.
rocking. You know, I wasn't rocking with that because it was just like, all right. I learned
You
about
ain't leaving them ribs
diabetes.
alone though.
I wasn't leaving the ribs alone. The ribs was going crazy.
You weren't leaving that alone.
I was with them ribs. I wasn't rocking with the funnel cake, nothing like that. But I was rocking with the ribs. Anything that was like that, I was what? Them or tacos, I was in there. What's up?
One thing I feel like the Taste did very well was pretty much bring the city together in food and things that you wouldn't travel to Chinatown, like, you know what I'm saying, to go try the shit, but you could probably go to the Taste and be like, oh shit, damn.
It's
That's
good.
it.
Right.
You feel me? So it was like,
Right.
oh damn, this pizza from the West Side. Damn, I would never even known. You know, I
Right.
think that's
But
where
it-
the
And you know
Harold
the
and the
Taste-
Uncle Remus met. You know,
And you know the
Like,
taste,
Uh-huh.
like, you know how they say, like, when you go out of town, you ain't really supposed to eat nothing you got in your hometown. That's kind of like what the Taste was. Like, you ain't going to the Taste for like something that's in your backyard, really. You feel me?
Right.
Like, you going there to like sample stuff from like, you know, North Side, West Side, like you said, you know what I'm saying, like all around the city. Because it's
Mhm.
like, you know, Chicago is a universe within itself anyway. So it's
Mhm.
like, you know, we're a melting pot of food. So you're like, oh damn, I didn't even know they had this over here. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And now
right.
you
People
going
usually
there,
sleep
you
on
know,
Chicago food. It's
Yeah.
nothing like it. It's nothing like it. Very diverse.
nothing
Mhm.
like it. But hey, somebody, I think I said this on another episode. Uber driver in New Orleans talking about some, yeah, you try a pizza? Hell no, I ain't try y'all pizza.
No,
Right.
nigga.
Ain't nobody
No.
going to New Orleans for no pizza, man. What you talking
What?
about? We going there for seafood. Ain't nobody going there for no damn pizza. He's like, yeah, our pizza. I ain't never heard that before in my life. I was so angry at that.
And you said, where was it that he said
New
the pizza?
Orleans, man.
No.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
Yeah, Nolans. Talking some, you tried
Nolans.
pizza? Hell no. I ain't
No,
tried
Jack. We was looking for hole in the wall place. But when I went to Nolans, it was different. Like we went to all the little hole in the wall places and everything
Ain't
that
nobody
I
going there
ate
for no pizza.
was spicy. Everything
Yes.
I ate was spicy. I was
Spicy.
like, y'all put
Yes.
so much, all this cayenne pepper,
They
Trying to burn
wherever
your
baby.
y'all
fucking tongue
put.
off.
You feel
love
me?
it.
Trying to burn
Booty
your tongue
was
off
on
with
fire
culinary
the whole
acid.
time. Booty
Culinary
on
acid.
fire.
New Orleans,
Booty all
like-
on fire, boy. What you talking about? Hey,
Dragon booty.
so you know, the Taste usually started in June, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it would kind of like mark the beginning of the summer. That's
By
usually
our
what-
birthday. By our
right.
birthday.
Yep, Gemini season. You're
Gemini
welcome.
season.
Gemini season. You are welcome to have the Taste.
You feel me?
So you know, like, so that's how I marked my summer. Like when the Taste came, you knew summer was like, you know, in full swing. So let's transition to like what usually marks the end of the summer. Another, you know, staple of the Chi, the bud.
Uh-huh.
The Bud Billiken.
Is usually at the end of the summer in August. You know when a bud show up, that means we finna go back to school.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Tell us about the bud from y'all experiences. Erica, you go first if you have any.
Thank you for let me bless
Ladies first.
the world really quick, okay?
Bless the
For people
world.
who do not know, the Bud Billiken Parade is like the oldest African American and largest celebration and parade like ever, right?
Yeah.
And just to kick this off, I'm just going to name off a few. I'm gonna drop some names that y'all should know if you've ever been to the Bud Billiken. Starting with the Jesse White Tumblers,
The
right?
Jesse
Uh-huh.
White Tumblers.
House Arrest
Jesse
2
White.
Championship Dance Team. who
I
just
was a
celebrated
part of House
27
Arrest.
years.
I was a part of House Arrest, yeah. HH2. C5.
Celebrated 27 years yesterday. C1. Okay.
I used to
Okay.
for work.
Julian High School, Kenwood, King, who else? CYDC, Chicago State used to be out there, UIC, even Hillcrest band.
Yeah, Hillcrest was out
performed
there a few
at the
times.
Bud.
Yep.
Miss Black Illinois used to be out there, right? So this was our back to school thing. And my most fondest memory, I remember B2K was still on the scene, right? And I had to be like 10. My mama got this picture hanging up right now. And I think that's why it's like such a really big memory for me. I had to be like 9 or 10, right? So my little sister, it was me, my sister, so she had to be 11. My little sister, who had to be about 4. and we had these sun visors on, but we had them turned upside down, and they was backwards on our head. We had our white K-Swiss on.
Oh, y'all
we
was
had
lit.
on what? Wait, and then don't let them have been our back to school shoes, right? We had on some capris, and I remember like these pink shirts with like these little ruffles on the sleeve. But we looked so, and we had and for the girls, our little drawstring ponytail that was curly. That was it back then. And
my God.
we were standing in front of this B2K spray paint backdrop. It was like, if you want to take a picture here, you gotta pay this money type of backdrop. And I just will never forget that time. I remember taking that picture. I remember avoiding all the horse shit in the grass. I remember.
Oh man, they left the motherfuckers there with them.
What? I remember being at the front of the parade trying to see all the footworkers, all the cheerleaders, all the dance teams. You know what I'm saying? Want to see all the marching bands, and never really understanding what was happening, but just being a part of Black excellence. And just being in that moment of like, damn, like it's a lot of niggas out. Like, it's a lot of us.
Yeah. Pride. It was just pride.
It was so much pride.
It was beautiful.
Black pride. Like
grandma out there with her fold-out chair. Everybody was out there early as fuck. Let's just say that. Everybody was there like 7:00 in the morning with their fold-out chairs. Your family over there. Your uncle got the barbecue going. All the kids, we all in the front waiting for them to start. They used to scope our ass with candy, but we ain't care because we used to pick that shit up anyway and still eat it. And it used to be a good time all fucking day. We was there all night. That is hot as for people who do not know the Bud, I hope I just gave y'all a great overview of beautiful Black people.
You did an amazing job. Like, real talk. Like, that's it. Like, I mean, I remember, so my granddad, he lived on King Drive back in the day. He lived on, I want to say it was 46 of King Drive. It was on a corner. It was a big ass church across the street. I want to say it was 46 of King Drive. So when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, when it was the Bud, like, we'll be at his house early. You know what I'm saying? We'll just walk outside. You know what I'm saying? Just walk outside.
Nice.
Set up shop, put them like little lawn chairs on the, you know what I'm saying? And we be ready. And like, it was beautiful, man. Like you said, the Jesse White, like, I say Jesse White, you know what I'm saying? Hey, first of all, he been Secretary of State for like a million years.
Listen!
Right.
Oh my damn.
I don't know no other Secretary of State.
Operation Rainbow Push. Like, nigga, you still running this?
He's been like, how old is this man? Like,
he over everything in Chicago.
This man is ancient.
He's ancient, bro. Like, dude been like Secretary of State since like 1925. Like,
you feel me? He is well versed in his position. Fucking about.
And
talking about leaving a legacy.
Man, them Jesse White tumblers though, they was flying high. Like, you talk about Simone Biles, she the GOAT. Don't get me wrong. But I grew up watching the Jesse White tumblers going crazy.
Yep. You know they made me start doing that shit. I was with Mr. Ernie's Flip Flop and Fly. It was like the off-brand of the Jesse White tumblers. It was at Maywood. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go here and find them in Maywood because it was close to out west. And I found them and started doing the tumbling shit.
Man, they was flipping all. And then Jesse White to get his ass out there, like doing shit, shit
right.
Making
old ass. He been old for a long time.
He been old. He was born old, bro.
Like, he's a Morgan Freeman ass motherfucker.
But he gets stuff done. One thing I have to like give him props for, and all the organizations, all the dance teams and stuff, they used to keep people off the street. Them Jesse White tumblers, those was not street kids. They did not play that shit. Like, you had to come, you had to be respectful, you had to show up, you had to be on your shit to be a part of their team.
Yeah,
and that's how the dance teams used to be too. Hell, they used to take kids off the street and give them something better. And you gotta give props to all the kids that still to this day dance in the middle of State Street so they can raise money to pay for their uniforms so they can be in the Bud Billiken parade.
I ain't no lie, when we was footworking though, like, cause I was heavy a part of footwork culture. When we was footworking though, like literally when Walla Cam was out and Craig going crazy like it was, yo, like Battleground, all that shit, like literally that is what kept us from shooting at each other, from fighting each other every time. Niggas would literally see each other, hop out the car, and footwork battle in the middle of the street.
And that's how you said
at the red light. That was it.
That's how
you feel me?
Yeah.
And
like,
don't
it was
let them
like,
have shorties with them because they're gonna put their shorty on you like, get his ass, and you ain't gonna serve
burn his ass, baby, burn his ass. Whoa.
It was very reminiscent. It was very reminiscent of like how breakdancing in New York was in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you had a problem with somebody, if like you had like just wanted to settle some shit, you know, you handled it in dance. And you know, in Chicago, it was footworking. You feel me? And like, you know, that shit was huge. And like Erica said, that was huge at the Bud. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really like all love at the Bud. You feel me? Like it was really all love at the Bud. And I was looking at some pictures, and this before all of us was born, but I saw a fucking Harold's Chicken car in the Bud, like in the 80s. Like
whatever it takes to promote, boo-boo.
Like they had a whole chicken thing on top. I'm like, damn, they was lit back then. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what also followed the Bud? What also made the Bud so fucking lit? Nah, it was the Universal Circus came in town right when the Bud happened too.
Yep.
And right when you would go to the Bud, you're right. You would go to the Bud.
They shared the park. Yep.
And then you would go to the Universal Circus too, and it was busting. And it was just like a 2-for-1. It was just like, we is about to get it busted this weekend. Y'all don't even know. Like, we were so excited to just get it busted and just kick it.
You know
like,
what, Will? It's crazy that you just brought up the circus, because for whatever reason, when Twiz first said like, all right, we're gonna talk about the Bud, I don't even know why the circus popped in my head. I'm like, dang, this should be a topic with the Universal Circus.
It always happened at the same time.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah, that's crazy. And one thing I do want to point out that people who listen to this may not know, the Bud is like a 2-mile strip. Like this is a parade, 2 miles in the middle of summer. You ain't never seen a couple dance for 2 miles while walking. Those dancers used to make it happen.
For your ass.
What? That's the endurance for that ass.
Yes.
Endurance, all that. I ain't fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to do my little footworking too, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't in no clique or none or no dance crew. But you know, after I give you a good 3-4 minutes, I need some water. You know
for real.
I also remember walking away. I remember walking away with like a book bag full of shit too. Like all that back to school stuff they used to give out.
Oh yeah, like
the city used to put on for people, for like the hood. The city used to put on, like, I feel like we used to go back to school. You know how the teachers be having that list of tissue and shit? We didn't really have all that. Because the city used to give that, you know? These kids.
They don't know how it was to like be outside in that realm that we was in, and that we didn't have to, when we were children, yeah, it was gang banging. Yeah, it was violence. Yeah, it was everything that was going on. But at the end of the day, we had more time to actually just really be outside and really enjoy each other and really enjoy events that was going on around everything. Like even when like back in the day, y'all could even say like the skating rinks was busting. Like y'all had Markham. Markham was always a thing that we wanted to go to because it was like, okay,
all the way from out west.
We see kids that we see girls we ain't never seen, but these South suburban girls we ain't even know the South suburbs even existed. I didn't even know the East Side existed until I went to the Bud. I didn't know at all, like for real. I knew the South Side existed because my mama and them was from out South. My daddy was he was a West Side nigga, so he never wanted to go out South at all. So like we ended up being West Side niggas, but it was just at the same time, my mama and them was from out South, and then we had to go out South to visit her peoples, and we ended up moving out South. So it was like I became well versed out South because I had to go and, just interact with my mama people.
You had family out there, so you kind of got indoctrinated.
You know? And when we moved, it was like, okay, bam, now all my guys outside went to Bogan. So it was just like, when I moved over there, it was just like, okay, bam, now I got a South Side block and a West Side block. So it was just like, I'm versed.
Expanding your territory and
you
shit.
Feel me? And we used to go to the skating rink right there off Greenwood, 87 and Greenwood, right? The rink. We used to go to the rink.
The rink.
And they used to fight across the street in a month. Yeah, the real rink. They used to fight across the street in that motherfucking parking lot every day. It was violence, but it was
definitely
always
violence.
After.
So that turned into the house of kicks. and the rink turned into a storage place.
Right.
Hey, WVON was over there too. You know what I'm saying? The talk radio station, it was over there too.
The House of Kicks was busting though. The House of Kicks was
the House of Kicks is a medical center now or some shit like that.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, it sure is.
Remember Jeepers?
Yeah!
Motherfucking
you gotta do it. Hold on, I'm gonna text you. Never mind.
What else? It was Jeepers. It was the Castle. What was it? Castle. What the fuck was that? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
I forgot.
Okay, so we had Disney Quest for a little bit.
Yeah, Disney Quest was like it was here for like 2 months and that shit closed.
And then they disappeared. We had Jeepers. We had Kittyland. We had Castle. Why not? What the
Castlevania? Nah.
Castle.
I don't know, G.
It's out there in the suburbs.
I forgot, G.
Oh my God, we had a bunch of places. Laser Quest.
You talking about Hollywood Park?
Huh?
Haunted Trails.
Oh, Haunted Trails. But no, it was another thing called Castle. Something Castle.
White Castle?
No, man. Talk about White Castle. No.
I was there like the other day.
Not White Castle, fam.
I just want to go back to the Bud, and because we didn't talk about the South Shore drill team.
Oh yeah, they was busting too.
They deserve the same.
Everybody kind of came there. You came there to see them, though.
Everybody came for the South Shore drill team, and they was another organization I feel like that was on the level of the Jesse White Thomas, level of respect what the city gave them, and those kids worked literally all summer. Not that the dance teams didn't, because they did too. I witnessed. I was a part of putting in that work, but these kids really, like, to be a part of these teams, they have to do a lot to show up. Like you said, they have to have their shit together. And grandmas was out there to see the South Shore drill team in the Jesse White Temple. It wasn't just about the kids, it was about the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
But they just crossed my mind.
It was beautiful. I'm glad you brought that up because I definitely forgot, no disrespect. But yeah, man, like all of that was just like I remember, like, I don't know why you named all those high schools, but for some reason I just remember Julian always. I just remember Julian always being up in there. Like that's what sticks out of my mind. I don't know why though. Mm-hmm. Like I remember the other high school. I remember the other high schools being there too, but I'm saying Julian is like in the forefront. Like I don't know why, but like, you know, I don't know. Maybe, you know, they dance girls was like attractive to me or something. My little young corny ass. I don't know.
So I'm about to hit y'all. I'm about to hit y'all with the two places that I was just talking about.
Oh, you Googled it?
Enchanted Castles.
I said that. I said Enchanted Castle.
Enchanted Castle and Odyssey Fun World.
Oh yeah,
Odyssey Fun World.
That shit was in Tinley Park. Yeah, Odyssey. Yeah, I remember Odyssey. I used to go to Hollywood Park mostly though, because it was free.
Hollywood Park was it.
Santa's Village.
My last school year in the city, I was in 7th grade. And in Chicago public schools, people don't know, you have to read 25 books a year and do 25 full book reports in order to pass to the next grade. That is standard, right? Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, this year I read like 53 books. 50, I know why. That was like a rule, and my dad was really strict. You had to read a book when you came home from school. Anyways, and my teacher, it was like 4 of us who performed very well that year. And I remember my 7th grade teacher took us to Hollywood Park that summer to celebrate. I would never forget. That was like my most fondest memory of Hollywood Park.
Yeah. I went to we used to go to Hollywood Park a lot.
Be able to do shit like that.
But like, yeah, like I had went to summer camp and they would take us there like every fucking summer and shit, like Hollywood Park. And I always be pissed off because I would lose all my tokens like quick fast. Like damn, like taking hella L's in here.
We went
for the rest of the day.
We went to Enchanted Castle more than anything, and then for the real treat, we went to Odyssey Fun World, which was like the just biggest everything.
Yeah, that shit was huge.
Odyssey Fun World had the most games out of everything, so we went there as a treat, and that shit was busting. Like better than Dave and Buster's, because when we went to Dave and Buster's, we was like, this shit weak as fuck.
Yeah, it's
Dave and Buster's. I ain't go there if I was a grown up.
David Buster's trash, boy.
It's trash as fuck, even as an adult.
Trash like the taste is now.
Why am I spending all this money?
Trash like the taste is now.
With no games, y'all ain't even got Mortal Kombat.
They got like 4 games.
Right.
They got 4 games.
Damn driving games and basketball.
They got 4 games. But yeah, like the Bud. So like as of recording, the bud ain't happened yet, but it will be happening like another week or so. Do y'all plan on going or nah? Not really, nah. Well, I know
will
you
not
ain't
be
going.
there.
Yeah, I know you ain't going. You plan on going? Will probably not. You know, we can
It depends because I went to the Inglewood Taste because my homie Bianca Shaw, shout out her,
yeah.
Was performing, so I went to go support her. But other than the Inglewood Taste, I did not go to any other taste, but they had them at different spots in the city. But if they do have the bud, I may hit up my big homie and Slad.
Yeah, they have it. It's on the 14th, I believe.
Of
August 14th.
Yeah, if
they
that's
are
a
having
weekend that I'm off,
right?
You know, and I ain't got shit to do, I may Slad. But I'm just very weary of big crowds now, bro, because of this Rona shit. I'm not fucking with the big crowds at all,
Yeah,
Joe. And it just
Rona's still out here.
People be trifling
that
as fuck.
and the culture just changed. You know, it used to be we can go out there and have a good time, and you know you're a good person, so you know ain't no target on your back, so you ain't gotta look over your shoulder. You feel me? It's not really like that no more. Like people out, they shoot and they don't even think, you know. So it's kind of hard to want to go to those type of events because you just never know. Not to say we should live our life, you know, scared or anything like that. Because right, if I lived in Chicago, I probably would pull up. But to be out, to come out there, one in the middle of a pandemic, because it is still very much alive. And then two, knowing that we are, you know, we still fighting this gun violence thing. This shit is crazy out there in Chicago.
My thing is not even the event itself, because ain't no events really been getting shot up. It's the walking back to your car shit that I be looking at, because at the end of the day, motherfucker gotta walk back to your car. And if you look like a motherfucker, you built same body type as a motherfucker, you may get your ass fired at. And I personally don't want to have to kill nobody on my way to the car, because I'm not going to not make it home. I'm gonna make it home. So at the end of the day, let a motherfucker, man. I ain't playing with nobody else.
You can't even linger and talk shit with your friends. You kind of gotta be in and out. Like, all right,
can't even do that.
But at the end of the day,
see your ass back at the crib.
If I do, it is what it is. Motherfucker was shooting at me at the highway. Motherfucker started shooting on the highway. Matter of fact, I would come back in my daddy career the other day.
Shit.
Motherfucker started shooting on the highway. Shot the cop behind me.
Damn.
Made his ass hit the partition. He hit the partition. I hit a shot. Boom, motherfucker hit the partition. Because he tried to swerve out the way of the shot. I know he got hit. But his ass put on his hazard lights and tried to drive off and shit like that. I instantly drove off. You feel me? And just like, damn, I prayed for him. Like, I hope he ain't dead. But if that nigga pull up on the side of me, try to get rid of witnesses, I got something for his ass.
Hey, I got a question for you, Will. I got a question for you.
God.
I got a question for you. You ever smoke some bud at the bud?
No, I was never a person that wanted to get high amidst a lot of people. I just, to that point, it's like I've had a lot of guys that have gotten killed while they was high. And it was like, we done been in situations where we done been high and been out, and then niggas shoot up where we at. And it's like, that situation is like the half a second that delays. When you delay. And people that smoke a lot like to kind of battle against this, but I'd be like, no, you cannot battle against this, because I used to smoke every day. I used to do this, I used to do that. And at the end of the day, what I can acknowledge is that if you are high, it takes a second more for you to get back on your shit and get out of a situation than it would if you were sober. When I'm sober, I can, even if I just been drinking a little bit, I can look at I can feel a situation about to fucking happen. Boom, we the fuck out of here. Or if I need to do something and I gotta grip something, bam, I'm gripping that bitch fast as hell if I'm sober. Or if I just been drinking a little bit, I'm gripping that bitch and we getting out that situation. It ain't never like when I'm high, it's just different. It's different because when I'm high, I'm in myself, I'm in my thoughts. I'm not able to process the world as I should, because I'm more so in a deep thinking realm as opposed to a reactive realm where you need to be when you outside. Right, you feel me? Yeah, and that's real though. Like, you don't need to be high and outside like that. I done literally seen people get shot because they high. You got a gun on you, and all these niggas be rapping and saying all this different shit about I got it on me, and it don't matter if you got it on you. If you don't pull it in time, you dead, nigga, and you just gonna be dead with a banger on you, goofy. Like what? No, I done made it home because I don't go outside high. No, I will not smoke and go outside. No, if we outside, I will not hit that blunt. No, because if a nigga starts shooting, I need to make sure that I get you motherfuckers out of here alive. And when I take motherfuckers outside with me, we leave together, we coming home together. You getting home just like I'm getting home.
Hey, you just preached the whole sermon, and I'm not even trying to be funny. But like,
it's real.
It's like, like I said earlier, when y'all was at the Taste, it's like this shit is reminiscent of war stories, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I ain't never been in no war, but
we wasn't high at the Taste. We would never smoke and be around all them people.
But everything you just said is like real talk, and it's stuff that people have to be cognizant about, especially in this day and age now, even more so, because you just don't know what the fuck is going on. Eric,
for real?
Yes.
If you were at the Taste, what would you have a taste for?
Oh, if I was at the Taste,
we know what we're gonna have taste for is the Robinson ribs.
I will have to go with some Chicago pizza. I just haven't had it in so long, and I don't know which booth I would go to first, but I would definitely go to multiple, especially now being grown with my own money. Oh, we eating everything. We getting all the damn tickets.
Right.
Ain't no limits, my nigga. I want to taste it's the taste. I want everything. Period.
Hungry. Big hungry.
Hangry. Came here ready to grab. What diet?
Where the deep dish at? Y'all give that these little skinny ass.
I ain't eating that shit because the deep dish gonna make it's gonna make me full too quick.
I'm with it so I can save money because I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. Deep dish, all right, we straight for a couple of, we gonna get some tacos.
Chicks on a date to go get deep dish so they only eat one slice.
Hell yeah, fuck you talking about. We gonna have a good slice, but we gonna have shit to eat in the morning too. Fuck you talking about. And the next day, if I like you enough for you to stay multiple nights
for the whole week.
All right, I'm not playing. Like what? The refrigerator. I'm a big nigga. The refrigerator gonna always be full. You gonna always eat a good meal with me. I'm gonna get up, kick breakfast, all that. If you don't get up, if you ain't that time, I'm gonna cook breakfast for you, all that. Like I'm gonna take care of you. That's how I do. I make sure you gonna eat well. You feel me with me? I ain't got time to be playing with you. Like what? Yeah. You hungry? No, you never be hungry.
That's that West Side hospitality.
For real. I'm not playing.
If you enjoyed this podcast, I ask for two things. Number one, leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may enjoy it as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our other podcast, Mogul Motivation from True Stories Media.